Welcome, sweet friends, to the channel Frugal Money Saver. My name is Emmy. My husband is Paul. We're so happy you have joined us today. Today's video, we're going to be sharing a bunch of what we hope are frugal, encouraging money-saving hints. We are taking you bulk junking with us, and you'll see what we found. I'm going to give what I hope is an encouraging little talk about spending money and feeling guilty. And we also have a pretty big channel announcement we want to share with you. So sit back, relax, and let's get right to it. The other day was bulk pickup. So we're going to show you what we found. So let's turn this camera around and get outside in the rain. Oh my goodness, look at these. They're brand new. They are pristine. Look at the colors, and then look at the colors of my tiles. I am so happy with these. We just cleaned them. We scrubbed them. I took the sponge with hot soapy water. I went around every piece of the rim and I took the rubber out. They are brand new. Honestly, it doesn't look like these have ever been used. Gorgeous. Look at the size of these. And like I said, they're just in such beautiful shape and the colors match. This was a real win. They were in a box, no different than if I bought them at a flea market or a thrift store. They were not with food. They were not with anything like that. They were in a box. Somebody had set out. Maybe they got it as a gift, I'm wondering. But either way, this was a win. I am so happy with those canisters, and they match perfectly. Oh my goodness. So that was a total win. Now I want to talk to you just quickly about spending money and feeling guilty. A lot of times people who are frugal minded have trouble spending money on things other than necessities. But sometimes it is a detriment if we tell ourselves no or deny ourselves constantly little simple things that maybe bring us so much joy. So I just want to go over a couple tips with you. And the way we are going to do that is by prioritizing your spending. And I'm going to give you some really great hints and tips that I hope you can apply to kind of sort through what you really want to spend your money on, so that that overwhelming sense of guilt when we do spend is not there. First one is, I know for Paul and I, we get that guilty feeling when we spend money on things we don't care about. Think about that. If you spend money on something that's really not important to you, for us, eating out is not important. For us, buying expensive clothes, shoes, handbag, not important. Going to the movies, not important. These kind of things are not a big deal to us, and we would rather not spend our money on it. So if we do, there is definitely that sense of guilt. Not in a terrible way, but in a way like, I wish I didn't spend my money on that. And that's where an expense tracker, which I talk about all the time, comes in handy. By looking at that expense tracker and seeing where your money goes, that will help you identify those, oh my goodness, this was not worth spending money on. And once you can identify those things that you think are not worth spending money on, then you don't spend money on them. And that in turn frees up money to spend on things that are important to you and that you consider valuable. The trick with this is, if you're not spending money on things that don't bring you joy, you're going to have a bit extra to spend on things that do bring you joy. And that is the way you can have those little extras. Long as you are not racking up credit card debt and you're not impulse spending, and these are simple joys that you can afford, then it's okay. Number 2, if you have goals that you are working towards and you are seeing progress in working towards those goals, if you're saving for a house or becoming mortgage free or college debt or credit card debt, and you see yourself making progress on these loans and debts, then by all means, every once in a while, you can have that guilt-free treat. We really need to learn that, yes, it is okay once in a while to allow ourselves this. Because if not, that feeling of deprivation will come in. And the trick on number 2 is, especially if you see the progress you are doing. Now, you don't want to stop that progress. You don't want to spend so much where it's going to hinder that progress. But it is okay to say, you know what? I have reached 50% of my goal. $10 to do what I want with is okay. And let that guilt go. Number 3, identify what triggers you to spend on things that don't bring you joy. This is a big one. If you can identify the things that are causing you to spend on the first tip we talked about, which are things that are not important to you or that really don't bring you joy, that's going to help you so much. Are you bored? Has it become a habit? Has it become a spending cycle that you don't even think about? You just do. When you can identify what is making you spend money on these unimportant, non-valuable items to you, and everybody's items are going to be different because everybody's frugal journey is different. You know that. That will help you cut down on that spending, and then you will have more to spend on what truly brings you joy and what is important. Number 4, if you are making more money and you see more money coming into the home, or you get a big IRS check back, or whatever it may be careful you are not just spending this because you have extra money. This is a big one. A lot of times, if you are working towards a goal, a debt-free journey, let's say, and you get a raise, people will look at that raise as, wow, that extra $50 a week, I can just do what I want with. And that money can end up being spent on things that do not bring you joy. Instead, how about taking half of that $50 raise, putting $25 towards whatever you're working for, whatever your goals are, even if it's just to bank it for a rainy day, and then take the other $25 to do something that brings you joy. Does that make sense? Because a lot of times when we see extra income coming in, we automatically spend it. No, take some of it, at least half, and bank it. Put it in that emergency fund. Don't think of extra money coming in as, wow, let's just do what we want with it. It's a free-for-all. No, that extra money used productively will increase its value. Number 5, the guilt from buying an inferior product. Buying something that you need to keep replacing. Let the guilt go if you can afford a better quality item. It will save you money in the long run, it will last you longer, and it just makes sense all the way around. But a lot of times you have that guilt, well, I don't want to spend that much. But if it is a good quality item, like I'm saying, you will make it back tenfold. I felt guilty when we bought inferior batteries. I'm like, oh my goodness, we're going through these like water. So now for us, it is worth it to take the money, no guilt, buy good batteries. Whatever it may be, buying quality will save you money in the long run. Number 6, be careful with who you are spending time with. A lot of times, money is spent on others' suggestions, on others' whims, on others' desires. What do I mean? You keep a circle of friends whose activities are above your budget, and you are spending money on things that are not important to you. It's priorities. They may want to go out to fancy dinners. They may want to take expensive day trips, whatever it may be. And you are spending this money and going along with it because you wanted to be included in this group. You want to have a good time. But again, it's above your budget and it's taking away money from things that you think are more important. And that's the ticket. Be true to yourself. If you are true to yourself and these are really good friends, then you can say, I'm going to skip Friday night dinners. And you don't have to tell them what you're using the money for, but whatever it is, it's important to you. But hey, if you'd like to get together Saturday at our house, I'll bake a cake, we'll have a cup of coffee and play some board games. Or whatever. Come over and I'll throw some hot dogs on the grill and we'll have a barbecue. Be true to yourself. Don't let other people spend your money because then you will not have money for what is important to you and your specific goals and things that bring you joy. Number 7, I love this tip. Before you head out to buy something, have an amount of what you want to spend on that certain item in your mind. Let's say you're going out to buy, hypothetically, I'm going to say a new pocketbook. And you have the idea that you want to spend no more than $20. That's it. You go out to, let's say, TJ Maxx or wherever you go to look for a pocketbook, Amazon, and you see a purse you like. You know you only want to spend $20. If that purse is $20 or below, then you give yourself the go ahead. If that purse is $25, $30, $35 and you've set your goal for $20, then that is not the purse for you and you move on. When you make it a game and you make it fun like this and you know what your budget is, I guarantee you, you will find something within your budget and the price you had in mind. It may take a little while, but what do we always tell you? Patience, patience, patience pays off on your frugal journey. I hope this little inspirational talk will help you funnel that money into things that bring you joy, that are important to you, and that are worth it, that are quality items. Just a way to realize that the way we spend money has as much impact on our emotions as it does on our pockets. So remember that. Today's question of the day. What is something that you give yourself permission to buy? What is your simple joy that you spend money on guilt-free? You know what it is, you know you enjoy it, and it's part of why you live frugally so that you can enjoy this simple pleasure. Share it with us down below. It will not only encourage us, it'll encourage our viewers as well. Now, on for some channel announcements. First of all, I am going to show you again what we showed you last week. How to make sure you are subscribed to our channel and how to make sure you are being notified when we post on the community tab or we post a new video. This is our home page, Frugal Money Saver. What you do is just go to youtube.com, put Frugal Money Saver in. And you see this little button that says subscribe right here? Click on it. Once you subscribe, it turns into this little notification bell. You click again and you go to all. Now you'll get all our notifications, whether it be on the community board or whether it is our videos. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit all. Why am I showing you this again? Well, for right now, for the months of May and June, Paul and I will be putting out one video a week on Fridays. Let me explain why, and please be loving. We have so much coming up in the months of May and June. We have Mother's Day. We have Father's Day. We are headed to the little house for some major repairs. As we told you, we are hooking up to city water because our well broke. We want to be more available to Paul's parents right now. We have family coming to stay with us from out of town. We have our 25th wedding anniversary. So there is just so much going on in the months of May and June that we thought long and hard about this. And we decided to give you all the best quality videos we can. And to keep some of my sanity, this would be the best way to do it. And we know in the months of May and June, a lot of you are busy, or you vacation, you're doing stuff outdoors. Now, we are not going anywhere. Please, please know that. We are here. We just need to do the one video a week just for these 2 months for now. So that is why it is so important that you stay in touch with us. Follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is just Frugal Money Saver, all one word. We'll be posting over there. I will be putting out shorts here on YouTube. Every Friday afternoon, we will continue to put out our regular, what we hope is helpful, encouraging, money-saving, frugal video. And that is a given. Now, you never know. I know who I am. There may be Tuesday videos popping up, so keep those alerts on. But for right now, we really need to prioritize what we need, and we don't ever want to give you all less than the best that we can. So I hope you are understanding with that. So we thank you all so much for sharing this time with us. And as always, I will still be answering the comments, and actually it will give me a little bit more time to answer in depth. I am so thankful for the amount of comments that come in, and I appreciate so much when you all interact with each other as well. So thank you. We thank you again so much for being with us. We ask that you please give this a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. And don't forget that comment. We'll see you next Friday afternoon. And until then, we ask you to be well. We ask you to be safe. And above all, we wish you blessings. May God richly bless you.